Welcome back. God bless you and God bless America. I'm your host, Steve, and this is the Liberal Letdown. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at liberal_letdown. Go ahead and send me topics, stories, anything you want to talk about. Hate mail. Hate mail is always welcome. My Gmail, theliberalletdown@gmail.com. Don't forget to go ahead and look me up on YouTube. I am on SoundCloud, and we post a lot from Podbean. So today we're going to talk a lot of immigrant stuff, caravan, anchor baby issues, and we're also going to talk about Louis Farrakhan. And so those of you listening to the show, I've talked about Farrakhan a lot. I've talked about this immigrant situation a lot. Not this one specifically, but in general. We're gonna really dive into how the UN feels Trump should handle this today. So the United Nations, they're saying Trump must allow caravan migrants into America. So they're saying that these people are just simply migrants, like they said of these people in Europe. They said they're all migrants. There's nothing wrong with them. They're all migrants. They're all good people. Migrants. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not going to do you any harm. Migrants. So the international officials with the United Nations, the UN, Refugee Agency says President Trump must allow a caravan of Central Americans into the United States to seek asylum. Now, not one of these people have said that they seek asylum yet. Not one. However, they're already looking to sue Trump because he's saying he's not going to open the border to them. Now, Breitbart talked about it earlier, but as they chronicled, migrants with at least 7,000 strong have repeatedly admitted that they are traveling to the U.S. to seek jobs, re-enter the U.S., previously deported illegal aliens, and flee crime. One previously deported illegal alien with the caravan even admitted that he was convicted of attempted murder in the U.S. None of these cases are eligible asylum claims. Now, he's true. You're fleeing crime? Now you can't claim that for asylum. Previously deported? That's not asylum. You're convicted of attempted murder? You're convicted. He was convicted, not alleged, convicted. I just don't see that going so great. Now, the UN Refugee Agency is commanding Trump to accept the caravan of refugees, which some estimates is it's over 10,000 now. Last I heard. They say 10,000 in this article. This article's a little over. But last I heard, it was closer to 14. In an interview with Voice of America spokesman for the UN Refugee Agency said, "Our position globally is that the individuals who are fleeing persecution and violence need to be given access to territory and protection, including refugee status and determination procedure. And if the people who are fleeing persecution and violence enter Mexico, they need to be provided access to the Mexican asylum system, and those entering the United States need to be provided access to the American asylum system." Now, just think about that, because now we're at the point to where they've already been, they're in Mexico, or they're right about to hit Mexico, right? And Mexico's already offered asylum. Already offered asylum and jobs, because they need people to work. Mexico needs people, right? So Mexico already offered this, and they said no. They said nope. So-called migrants were all offered asylum in Mexico and jobs. None of them took it. What does that mean? These people, they don't actually want work and a place to live? Is America their goal and not Mexico? If America is their goal, why not apply for citizenship legally and go through the legal process and not risk being shot, arrested, or imprisoned, or turned away at the border? I think those are all legitimate questions. So if you were intelligent, you could take the citizenship from Mexico, right? Accept that asylum. Earn your way. Apply for citizenship to the United States. And go about it the legal way. I think that is an absolutely legitimate way to go about this. Or you could stay in your own home country and do it that way. Because it's legal. Here's my interpretation. The end goal of this caravan is to invade the U.S., the United States. I don't think that there's any other real reason. I mean, why not apply for citizenship legally? Why? Why not? Oh, it's expensive. It's supposed to be. We're the greatest country that ever was. It shouldn't be free to just walk in. Or is that too much to ask? Is that too much to feel is right? Honestly, I don't know why people wanting to come into this country don't apply for citizenship properly. Go through the process. Because if you do it that way, you don't have to worry about being a criminal and then never being allowed to apply illegally for citizenship. If you come into this country illegally and are found out and deported, you then, according to the last I read of the law, you can never apply for citizenship legally. And I think that's abundantly right. However, I don't think it goes far enough. I think that we need a wall. I absolutely think we need a wall. And that is something that I'm banking on with Trump. Now, we're going to get into this because I'm going to attack Trump a little bit here too. President Trump has said plainly, these invaders attack the troops on the border, then they will be dealt with force. Dealt with by force. I think that's yes. Yes. If they're throwing Molotov cocktails at United States troops, shoot them in the face. If women and children, because the kids aren't going to travel by themselves, that's not happening. So if the adults or the so-called parents of these kids are stupid enough to put them in the front, to bring them to where people are throwing cocktails, explosives, rocks, and harming United States troops, I'm good with that. Do it. Send it. Pow, 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 pow. Get them. I feel zero remorse. None. If you are dumb enough to do this and you're in this caravan because you're hoping that you're going to be allowed in, it has been so publicized. You have news cameras all over this place, all over the caravan. Excuse me. At this point, you have to know that people know about this. And these reporters are asking these people if, what are they going to do if troops are at the border, yada, yada, yada. And people are suing Trump already, saying it's against the Constitution to turn them away. I think that's ridiculous. I think that is abundantly ridiculous. And I feel that, now, one, they're going to lose. And two, I don't want to see happen to the U.S. that has happened to Europe. So nobody wants to see dead women or kids. So what I said earlier, literally just earlier, I don't want to see that. But if you're dumb enough to put your children in the way, well, that's on you. How is that going to be on somebody defending themselves? What, don't shoot into the crowd? Don't throw cocktails. Oh, well, you're throwing cocktails because, why? Because you're mad? Because you think that's going to get you asylum into this country? I don't think that's how that works. So even if you're not shot, and let's say you are apprehended, you're going to jail really quick. So nobody wants to see dead women or kids. Stand by that. That is abundantly true. But it just so happens this invasion, because that is exactly what it is. I am sold on that. It consists mainly of military-aged men. Just like the invasion across Europe in recent years that those countries are absolutely all regretting currently. However, I have not said it on the show, but I have said it publicly. If Trump lets these people in, he will lose his base, boom, immediately, and he should. And he will lose in 2020. It will be a landslide loss in 2020. He may not even win. Shucks, what is it? He may not even be favored of the Republicans in 2020. I would be willing to bet Trump would lose to a Hillary-esque candidate if he deployed the military to the border, which he already has, right? The military's on the border. And then allow these invaders to come into the country. If Hillary ran in 2020, I think she would have a much better chance of winning if Trump did this. Oh, yeah, well, he beat her really bad. No, I get it. He would do this in 2020 without a base. He would not have a base. The only base he would have would be people voting Republican out of spite so that their country wasn't taken over by progressives, extreme leftists, which Hillary's becoming extreme, that's for sure. And a lot of people would vote for him still, and nothing would change, and we'd have another failed politician. But I still think he would lose really, really bad. Alright, second article. Trump vows to end birthright citizenship in challenge to 14th Amendment. So, this is a little more complicated. However, I don't have a whole lot of insight, legal and all that into it. All I know is that he's come out and flat out said it's legal. He can do it. So President Trump said he'll sign an executive order ending birthright citizenship for babies of non-citizens or illegal immigrants born on U.S. soil, an action that could spark a heated constitutional battle. So Trump said it's absolutely legal. He thought he needed majority in the Senate. Turns out he only needs an executive order. Then do it. Just do it. Why wait? Why are you waiting? Why? I don't understand why this is an issue. Sign the damn paper. Make this happen. Because, okay, so say some of these people from this caravan break through and they have babies over here. So, well, what I say for 14,000? Say 1,000. Say 1,000 of these people. Not even. Say 500. 500 are women, are pregnant women. And they have kids over here. And let's just assume that out of these 500 women, they're all either married or have a father figure for the child with them. Because we do not want to split up families, all three of them are then kind of indoctrinated into citizenship. So from 500 it turns to 1,500, like a snap of the finger. I mean that's how it works. And even if it's just a mom, right? And she gives birth. There you go. You can't take the mom from the child. You got two. Not just one, but two. And that's how they become citizens. And that's why they don't learn English. And that's why people say, oh, well, they work the jobs that you don't want to. That's bullshit. I see an absolute abundance of white, black, Mexican, just a huge mix of people working in fields, cutting grass, doing all these physical roofing. Building houses, doing all these physical labor jobs. Oh, you wouldn't want to do it. That's retarded. It is an abysmal lie to sit there and tell me or any other American, well, you don't want to do that job. Why? Who cares? Who cares? I work in a factory. So what? Oh, you wouldn't want to do that job because what's physical labor? How do you know? You don't know shit. You know nothing. I told Trump, don't talk about it, be about it. Sign the paperwork. Sign it. Get these people out of here. This is not this haven for people who just... This is not the end all for these people. It's not, and it shouldn't be. It absolutely should not be. You gotta work hard to be here. You should work hard to be here. I feel as though it's a cheat into this country, and I think that's a fair statement. You will cheat to get in, and I don't think that should be something considered whatsoever. I don't think the founding fathers would appreciate it. So the way I look at this is, nobody I know, okay, has an issue with illegal immigrants. Nobody. Most of the people I know, I've talked to about all this, they had relatives that came into this country within the last 3 to 4 generations, and have earned their way into this country the legal way. Legal, not illegal, not alien. Legal. Why is this such a mainstream issue with the left? Why is this caravan of invaders so welcomed by them? Well, immigrants tend to vote Democrat. And these illegal immigrants are being given IDs in California now so they can vote. And a large portion of these illegal immigrants are criminals. And New York is now registering felons in their prisons in order to vote. Democrats want these invaders in this country so that they can have more votes, and to speak plainly, that is absolutely anti-American. You're going to welcome illegal aliens into the neighborhoods of good, law-abiding Americans, all so you can have more votes. All for political gain. And I say it again, you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you want. That is absolutely anti-American to feel that way. To feel that these people, these illegal people who did not come here legally, they did not earn their way. They do not speak the language. They do not have an ID. They do not have a social security number. They do not pay taxes. They do not belong here without following the proper process. That is anti-American to accept these people over Americans, over people who pay your salary, over people who do the right thing and vote you in and you out of office. That is anti-American to put illegal aliens above hardworking, law-abiding Americans. Well, our last article is about Louis Farrakhan, so this is going to get even better. Democrats have long embraced death to America. Louis Farrakhan. Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan was reported to have led chants of death to America and death to Israel while in Iran this weekend on a solidarity visit at U.S. or as U.S. sanctions were renewed against the regime. So this guy was in Iran. Farrakhan's remarks were just the latest outrage from the radical leader who called Jews termites just last month. Farrakhan is bad news for anybody. I mean, and I literally mean anybody. And the Democrats welcome him into their lives, their homes, in their arms. They hug this man and embrace him when they see him. And I think that is ridiculous. He openly called Jews termites. And what more do you need to hear or see? You can watch his speeches. He's just... He's just scum. He's scumbag. He's disgusting. It is really sad to see all of this happen the way it has. You know, why would a man call Jews such a demeaning name? He is the leader of the Nation of Islam. And what does the Quran preach? The Quran preaches hatred towards Jews and Christians. Right? Oh, yes. So, for those of you who don't know, yes. Abundantly yes. Name calling is childish. Trump has done it. I've done it. Shoot, I did it today. And I had a very calm, kind individual tell me that I shouldn't do that. And she diffused the situation, and I felt really guilty and really bad for how I was acting because I myself was being a child. However, I feel that it is a little more serious when you chant death to America and death to Israel. While in Iran, I feel that is treasonous, personally. If he would have said death to Iran, or Iran is a shithole country in Iran, you know what would have happened? He would have been arrested because it's Iran. So I ask, why would he live in America then? You're going to chant death to America while in Iran. That is considered to be one of the most, or if not the largest terror funding country in the world. North Korea, Iran, they're awful, awful countries. And Iran's probably the next place we're going to go to war with. Why wish the death of where you live and are safe in the only place in the world in which you can speak as you please? He could say that here. He could say death to America and death to Israel in America. He could not say death to Iran in Iran and live. Or not be arrested for that matter. This degenerate didn't say this in America. And I think that makes him a coward and someone who hates freedom and liberty. Either that, or he's smarter than we give him credit for, because he knows he can get away with it. Well, that was it. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, @liberal_letdown. Send me hate mail, love mail, whatever you want to send. TheLiberalLetdown@gmail.com. YouTube, SoundCloud, Podbean. I'm on all of them. Please find me, listen, send me feedback. That's it for today. Thank you all for listening. Once again, God bless you, and God bless America.